Good evening. Right now, all public events with more than 250 people are canceled across 3 western Washington counties. Governor Inslee took this unprecedented step today that will include churches, sporting events, and other recreational activities. Here in King County, the ban goes a step further. Any events with fewer than 250 people can go on only if very clear public health recommended steps are taken. But this new ban does not include businesses like grocery stores. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Wright.
I'm Joyce Taylor. Thanks for being here. So this decision comes as the state health department announces there are now 29 coronavirus related deaths here in our state out of at least 366 cases. Tonight we have King 5 team coverage across King, Snohomish and Pierce counties as events are being canceled and postponed. So during the announcement this morning, the governor said that a decision about whether schools would stay open would happen in the coming days.
But just a few hours later, schools started to announce their decisions. Seattle Schools was the first to announce classes would be canceled for the next 2 weeks. Glenn Farley joins us live. Glenn, this is a big deal, isn't it, for more than 50,000 students?
More than 50,000 students, exactly. You know, that's tens of thousands of families when you think about it, affecting 104 schools. But here's the thing, Denise Juneau, the superintendent, when I asked her in here today at a news conference that ended just a few hours ago, they're talking about a 14-day calendar closure that starts tomorrow, so count 14 days from there. But will it end there?
It is going to be problematic. I mean, we have shut down the district for snow days, a couple days at a time, and the impact of that even. So, I mean, 2 weeks right now is unprecedented for this district. We'll learn a lot of lessons as this 2 weeks continues, but anything longer than that, which may be what they forecasted today, we'll have to take it day by day.
Now, Seattle Public Schools has only had one staff member who has tested positive in one middle school. That school has been cleaned. They also cleaned Cleveland High School out of an abundance of caution too. But one of the things that they cited was the fact that they do want to clean their schools while the kids are out. They also say they really can't maintain social distancing. In a lot of ways, it's like a event of more than 250 people. But again, it starts tomorrow, so this is throwing a lot of people and parents really into the lurch and has them scrambling.
Yeah, we all work, so we have no daycare, nothing. So what are we supposed to do? Just stay home with the kids?
So Superintendent Juneau says, yeah, they recognize the daycare is a real issue here. Again, they're in unprecedented territory. She says when she was getting her education degree back in college, there was no chapter in the book with dealing with pandemics. Now they are going to be offering free lunches to those kids who qualify for reduced and free lunches at 50 sites around the district. If you can get onto their website, they have all of this stuff spelled out. Meanwhile, live at Seattle School District headquarters, Glenn Farley, King 5 News.
So Glenn, one quick question. If kids are not going to get credit, if they're out 2 weeks, potentially longer, we don't know yet, what about meeting state requirements for things like graduation?
That is one of the things they are working through with the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction. Now, we were at the University of Washington last Friday. They said, look, we're going to put everything online, remote learning, but they say they can't do that here in Seattle Public Schools because there are too many kids who really do not have access to computers at home.
All right, Glenn Farley, live in Seattle. Glenn, thank you. So with today's announcement, venues across the region are really feeling the impact. Many large gathering spaces here in Seattle are either postponing or canceling events. King 5's Michael Crow live in downtown with a look at that impact. Michael.
Yeah, you heard from officials this morning. These are extraordinary measures, and they are eliciting extraordinary responses from these businesses as they try to figure out what they're going to do going forward. We're here at the Washington State Convention Center. All the large events here, of course, are having to be pushed for March, and they say it could be years before some of those groups can reschedule to come back. And they are not the only venue here that is scrambling. It's not exactly a ghost town, but it is certainly quieter in the core of Seattle. Have you ever seen it this quiet?
Have not seen it this quiet. Yeah, very slow. Not many people walking around. the few people that are walking around are a little hesitant.
Tiernan Gillen only expects that to get worse, with news today that gatherings of 250 people or more are banned through the end of March. Social distancing to prevent the spread of coronavirus.
A lot of apprehension, yeah.
Bad news for his gelato shop, and bad news for fans ready to see Third Eye Blind at the Showbox across the street. It's one of many events that has had to be postponed.
March for us historically is a very busy month. Emerald City Comic-Con is a huge draw. Spring break is a huge draw. That's not happening anymore, so yeah, we're down.
Up the road at Benaroya Hall, the Seattle Symphony was rehearsing when the announcement came down. They immediately stopped practice and are halting public performances through at least March as well.
As you can imagine, it's not easy to maintain a 6-foot separation in an orchestra on stage. People are breathing together. There are all kinds of other things going on. So we just decided at this point it's the right thing to do.
All this means a surreal stillness at the Washington State Convention Center.
We've already had about $20 million of national conventions cancel during the month of March, and another expected barrage of cancellations, $30 to $40 million in April. We're worried also about May.
Millions of people pass through here every year, and it could be years before they can rebook some of those gatherings. Are we going to feel this for years to come?
Yeah, we definitely will feel it for years to come. We've got a big job just to get through the next several months. What makes it so different and unique is there's no end in sight.
Big and small, with this policy, people are starting to notice the impacts of social distancing, as those in charge hope to notice an impact on slowing the spread of the virus, too.
It's getting kind of real. Yeah.
Certainly strange times, and of course we're talking about money here, but health is why they are making all of these decisions. So in talking to most of those organizers today, they said they're really willing to absorb some of this because there is no other choice right now, but they are looking to their long-term financial futures. As for tickets, if you have one to some of these events, I just recommend you reach out. We're hearing from a lot of these places that they're looking to make accommodations as these events are rescheduled or pushed or whatever they're able to do for their customers. Live in Seattle, Michael Crow, King 5 News.
Michael, thank you. So let's move on to sports. The coronavirus outbreak is taking an unprecedented toll on sporting events. This year's March Madness basketball tournament will go on without fans. Here's a live look at Spokane tonight, where some of the NCAA games are being held later this month. This will be a huge financial hit to Spokane, a city expecting thousands of fans from all over the country. Back here in Seattle, this weekend's Dragons football game will go on, but without a crowd as well. The XFL announced the game at CenturyLink will go on against the LA Wildcats at 4, but all the seats will be empty. Over in Europe, meantime, they're getting used to this without fans. Take a look. This Champions League soccer match held in Spain didn't have any fans in the stands yesterday. They were hosting a team from Italy. Many teams from all over the world are taking this same approach so the games can go on.
Let's take a live look now at CenturyLink Field. The Sounders also announced their plans during the ban. Their next home match, scheduled for March 21st against FC Dallas, will now be postponed. The organization is now working with the MLS to decide when the teams will face off. The Mariners are still in spring training in Arizona, but discussions are now underway to make alternate plans for the regular season. The M's were set to return to T-Mobile Park on March 26th for a stretch of 6 home games. The team is now making alternate plans for those first games. If you have a ticket for any of those games, you will get a refund. Well, from our nation's pastime to places of worship, there's hardly any facet of our social lives that will not be touched by today's news.
King 5's Eric Wilkinson continues our coverage tonight with a look at the fallout in Snohomish County. Eric, good evening.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, Angel of the Winds Casino here in Everett is the largest events center in all of Snohomish County, and there are some big changes going on here tonight and throughout this community. Some people quite literally praying tonight for an end to this emergency. The news hit Snohomish County like a puck to the head. The wildly popular Everett Silvertips Junior A hockey team is on a quest for another playoff run, but when the puck drops here for their next home game, these seats will be empty.
This outbreak is extremely serious, and we take it seriously.
Silvertips Chief Operating Officer Zoran Rajic says the team will continue to play its games here in Everett, but its fervent fan base will be absent, at least through the end of the month.
At the end of the day, we know that they'll be with our players, and our players know that they're still playing for a strong, faithful fan base.
Several other events are scheduled for Angel of of the Winds through the end of the month. General Manager Corey Margolis says he's working with promoters to determine whether those shows will be rescheduled or refunds issued.
We also do know that a lot of the local restaurants and businesses rely at least on an uptick that we bring on event nights, and feel for them in this time, and know they're going through. They might struggle with this, but no, we'll all support the measures needed to be put in place.
Not even churches are immune from coronavirus closures. Houses of worship are now being told to limit their services to no more than 250 people. Gold Creek Church pastor Dan Kellogg is asking his congregation to keep the faith.
Even when the doctors don't understand, the cool thing about faith is one of those things that everybody needs.
And we are all going to need quite a lot of that for the foreseeable future now. If you have any questions about events here at Angel of the Winds Arena, you should call their box office or check out their website. Meantime, adding insult to injury for Silvertips fans, their last home game of the season, the one that they are no longer allowed to attend, is Fan Appreciation Night. Back to you guys.
All right, Eric, thank you. So plans are also changing in the South Sound tonight after the governor's decision. King 5's Kristen Ayers live in Pierce County with a look at what events are being canceled there. Kristen.
Yeah, and we're actually at Cheney Stadium here in Tacoma. This is where the Tacoma Defiance will kick off their soccer game at 7 o'clock tonight. You know, ordinarily at this time, fans would have just started milling in, would be walking around, maybe, just having a seat and checking out the scene before the game starts. But of course, this is not a normal day. Once that announcement was made, the Defiance came out and said there will be no fans at tonight's game. 6,500 seats at Cheney Stadium, and even though it's game day, not a soccer fan in sight. President Aaron Artman has a word for it.
Eerie.
He says he's never seen anything like it in 20 years, a game that will go on tonight against the San Diego Loyal with no spectators in the stands.
It's frustrating for us. I think it's frustrating for our supporters and our fans, but I think I get a real sense that everybody is in this together.
2 other games this month will likely be rescheduled. They're just some of the events in Pierce County being canceled or postponed after the governor's announcement. This morning, the electronic billboard at the Tacoma Dome was still advertising the concerts of electronic DJ Nightmare and country music star Bradley Gilbert. By afternoon, those events had been postponed on the Tacoma Dome website. In a statement, a Tacoma Dome spokesperson said all events after March 31st remain as scheduled at this time.
This is the thing that's crazy.
Brad Buckles had to cancel his annual Tacoma Wedding Expo, slated for March 21st to 22nd. He told us by FaceTime he's been holding events like this at the Dome for 3 decades, and this is a first.
30 years worth of doing bridal shows. I've done probably close to 400 in my career. We faced 9/11. We did a bridal show that weekend. We faced all kinds of ice storms and snowstorms, but nothing has ever broken loose socially like this, where we've had to worry about containment and quarantine and social spread. There's not been a standard operation procedure for how this works.
So if you bought tickets for tonight's game or any of the other 2 games this month, you will be eligible for a refund of your ticket or an exchange. As far as the events at the Tacoma Dome, your ticket for those rescheduled events will still be honored in any future events. And they're saying if you can't make a future event, you'll just want to contact your point of purchase. Reporting live in Tacoma, Kristen Ayers, King 5 News.
Kristen, thank you. Well, with so many developments concerning the coronavirus here in our state, no doubt you have a lot of questions. King 5 is dedicated to bringing you answers. So tonight we invite you to join us for a 2-hour Facts Not Fear special. You can watch it right here on King 5, and if you're away from your television, we'll also carry it live on Facebook.